This is the S&P 500 Spider ETF SPY one-day reading for April 10th, 2024. It's currently February 16th, 2024, 2:12 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading is currently $502.74. That's USD. And the shuffle video that we're about to play for you was created on February 2nd, 2024 at 4:26 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this video here in the lower left corner. The overall theme and behavior for the 10th, it's an overbought crest or peak that we sell off from pretty notably through multiple support levels. However, the theme card is nullified, indicating that there's some sort of chart behavior that makes that move to through multiple supports to the downside irrelevant. B, and we'll talk about that in more detail as we progress through the reading. Behavior around the highest high, we have 3 pokes through the same trend line, followed by a sharp decline off of the third poke. Behavior around the lowest low, we have a decline 2 and through support to meet another support. We bounce along that support for a bit and then break down through multiple supports into the low for the day. I'm advised to trade around a sideways S formation that forms within a channel. So we decline from a resistance all the way to support, reverse, go all the way back to that original resistance, reverse again, go all the way back to that support, creating a sideways S within a channel. The whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. We do that by following the rule of karma for the channel. You go to the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, and 5% of the profits from every profitable trade utilizing this information should be donated forward to one of these charities, or pick a charity of your choosing as long as you're paying 5% forward, and then 5% should be sent back to the channel through one of these links. If you're international, you can use Wise or you can use YouTube tips, and that leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you follow the rule of karma for the channel, the universe considers you an angel investor. It's going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. So let's get back into it. Guys, remember that the cards going left to right across the center of the screen are timeline cards. They each represent about an hour of time for the most part. It's important to understand that in some cases, there's occasionally readings where the card's energy will not line up perfectly with 1 hour of time, and in cases like that, you usually need to give it about plus or minus an hour of wiggle room. Make sure to follow the sequence of events as outlined by the prediction in cases like that, because that will remain accurate and keep you on track even in cases where you need to give it a little wiggle room. It happens, so make sure to trade responsibly, and let's get back into it. So originally I thought we were opening higher, but my gut says lower. My gut says we're going lower overnight, and either we see this disappointment attempt at the high here in the pre-market or right at the close. It's talking about it here. This is dash highlighted with a dashed orange is because it's talking about a card from the following day here, which is nullified, but we see it here. So my sense is that that's just it. We have this big decline that continues into probably 10 to 11 o'clock somewhere in there. We'll talk about it in more detail in just a little bit. So in the pre-market, we have this notable move to the upside. Right around the open, there's some sideways rotation and a notable move higher off of that sideways rotation. I'm advised to be cautious in the first half hour, some sort of tricky chart behavior. I would say probably like, it looks like we probably makes it look like we're going to be super bullish right off the bat there, and then we turn around and we have a slightly lower trough. There's probably a trough right at the open. There's probably a slightly lower trough there, somewhere around like 10 o'clock. But there's a failed attempt to break through key resistance that it looks like we're going to break through, followed by a decline through key support. And this very well could be what this disappointment card is talking about. This being a low here, it might make sense to close out of a short here, because my sense is that this actually turns pretty bullish towards the end of the, well, not exactly, it gets kind of mixed. In case there's a low there, probably close to 10, but somewhere between 10 and 11, and then there's a peak that forms. Matter of fact, I think probably out of the low, we have this rally into a failed attempt to break through key resistance around 11 o'clock, followed by a decline through key support, and then after that decline through key support, we have another rally, like a sideways fluctuating rally around noontime that precedes a decline. The decline takes us into another trough around 130, and there's a lot of volatility around an important price level or important resistance level there between 1 and 2-ish. A notable move into it, notable move out of it. Some cross-reading congruencies here between 2 and 3 where we have a failed attempt to break through key resistance and then a decline through key support. The decline continues into the last hour, and there's a trade opportunity, there's a day trade opportunity there and a swing trade opportunity there. So the day trade opportunity is midday in the midst of this rally. After the low, this rally here into like noontime or when we see this resistance level that's highlighted, you could open up a short there for a day trade, close the short at the end of the day towards lows. But be careful, because like near the close, we turn resistance into support, and usually there's a notable move to the upside with success, not always, but usually. This little angel does indicate that we'll see a lower price level at some point on the 11th, it looks like. Then maybe like the high here. There's a high and a low within close time proximity to each other here in that last hour. And then multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance in the post-market. Sneak preview for the following day. There's a notable decline in there through multiple support levels. And that's SPY for April 10th, 2024. My friends, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. It really helps out the channel. Most importantly, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You know where to go. You know what to do. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one.